Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, we're going to talk about dynamics, and these are the meat and potatoes of the drum world. This is where it's at. Very, very important to know dynamically when to play, when not to play. You know, a note unplayed is just as important as a note played. And this goes back to your prep time. If you haven't watched the prep time video yet, you need to check it out. But studying, being in tune with what the verse does, what the chorus does, and it could be something very simple that changes the song dynamically that just brings it to a slow build. So like in verse 1, you may have just a simple, hitting singles on the kick drum, and then you'll go to your chorus. But then verse 2 may just be so you add an extra kick for verse 2, and it's little things like that that will just slowly make the song build. And then when you finally start slamming and crashing in, it wasn't, it was like, whoa, what happened? It was a slow build, and it flowed well with the song. So it's very important to know, dynamically where the song is at, when to build. A lot of bridges, you'll die out, and then you'll do a slow build, start with quarters, and then you'll move to eighths, and then you'll move to sixteenths, all on the kick drum, and then you'll just slam into a big chorus. And a lot of that, especially church drums, is being in tune with your team, knowing what your worship leader wants to do. Your MD is going to take care of, if not everybody's on the same page, the MD can kind of route everybody and get everybody together. But the number one way I've found that, you're in tune is in your personal quiet time. It has nothing to do with drums, not playing drums at all. Spending time with God regularly, daily, is where you're going to be in tune with the Spirit, and that's where you'll really excel in the worship setting. It's not about you. You're not wanting to lift up your gifts. You're worshiping God with drums. So, if you're doing that drive in the kick drum, that's worship. Psalm 150 says, praise him with the cymbals and the instruments and voices. So that's what we're doing as a team, is we're worshiping. So dynamically, the track that you listen to, it may not build at that part, but with the room, with the Spirit, you need to be in tune. It may need a build and a big chorus when the track is already over and you're on to the next song. So just being in tune dynamically is very important, and you'll get that from your personal quiet time. And, of course, studying the song. You need to know, where the song is at. And, again, that goes back to the prep. If you're prepped and ready, then you can just worship. You're not having to think, I don't know what to play. I forgot what it does in the bridge. If you're prepped and ready, then you're free to just give your all to God and worship him with these drums. So, dynamically it goes back to, prep time, studying, knowing when to build, why we build, things like that. The drums between you and me are the undercover lead instrument. So, if the drummer builds, more than likely everybody else is going to build. You can kind of lead the team with drums. So, if you're not ready, if you're not on it, it's going to be noticeable. So, dynamics, when to play, when not to play, that's very important. Just things to focus on. And, I think most importantly, personal quiet time is where you're going to get your being in tune with the Spirit and knowing, when to play, when not to play. I think that comes from quiet time. So that's all I have for this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.